right.
Everybody good? All right, let's open up the questions.
Hey, for both you guys, Gabe's taken 10 charges, and he's only averaging about 13 minutes a game. What do you think? And he took 8 charges last year in limited minutes. What do you guys think about his charge taking ability? And does he do that in practice as well?
Yeah, he takes a lot of charges in practice. Gabe knows what it takes to win. Obviously, he's sacrificing his body for the sake of the team.
Oh yeah, kind of like just to piggyback off what he said. Gabe, he's a team player. He knows what it takes to win, and he's willing to sacrifice his body in order for us to win, for our team to come out on top.
What does he do physically? Like maybe he's taking charges from you guys in practice. What is it he does to draw those charges?
He's attacking the rim. He does that. He's good at reading and rotating. He if he's on the backside, you kind of know that Gabe is there. Whether he's gonna block a shot or take a charge, you just know he's gonna get there to make the defender or the offensive guy alter his shot. You just kind of know that from Gabe.
Nah, basically said it all.
Yes, Jalen, with your three-point shooting, kind of what's turned that around? Because as far as taking the open shot and hitting them these last few games.
Coach A and all the coaching staff, they telling me not to think about it, just shoot my shot, have confidence in it, and I'm working on it every day after practice. So, he telling me when Coach A is telling me to shoot, I have no other choice. So, just having the confidence in myself to take the shot and make the shot, that's the big difference.
I guess also, do either one of you know much about Florida yet, or what to expect from them?
No, we don't. Not really. We know from the SEC. Every team is capable of coming in. Performing at a very high level. Right now we're just focusing on us and getting better each and every day on us.
Yeah, Jalen, I think you've got 3 games this year with at least 7 assists and no turnovers. I guess just how much pride do you take in making good decisions? And Adrio, what's it like to play with a guy like that?
With me, it's really whatever I see, I try to get. So even if it's a risky pass, if I feel like I can get it through there, I'm gonna try it. Coach A has a lot of confidence in me with taking care of the ball majority of the time. So just in practice, I try different things, see if it works. If it works against my guys, I know it's gonna work in the game because they know what I like to do, and they read basically what I read. So just knowing I can do it in practice and I can carry it right over to the game.
Playing with a point guard like Jalen, I wish I had him in high school. He's a dream. He's my dream point guard. Can score when he wants to, can distribute, make plays. He's a point guard I always wanted. Now that I got him, what I'm saying, we can only go up from here.
Yes, the emphasis on rebounding the last game really carried forth against A&M. Just y'all feel you can continue that kind of emphasis?
Oh yeah, Coach has been telling us that all year. We had to take it upon ourselves, to go all out and go get the boards. It takes all 5 guys, maybe 4, take one to get back, but it takes everybody to go in there and crash the glass and get those boards. So we really take heave on, really getting those rebounds.
Jalen, just with the guards on that, because he's talked a lot about how important guards are to rebounding. I mean, was that a big emphasis that you all can carry?
Yeah, just knowing getting our bodies in there will help the bigs get rebounds. And obviously, with teams shooting a lot of threes, there'll be a lot of long rebounds. So just putting a body on somebody, knowing that Daniel or Dro or any other forward to get it, and it may bounce out to us, it just helps out the bigs a lot. So we've been working on that. We've been doing a lot of rebounding drills in practice, just to work on that versus Texas A&M and so on for the rest of the SEC play.
In the SEC games last Saturday, out of 5 games, the road team won 3 times, and including you guys. What does that say to you? And as great as it is to win on the road, obviously, if you don't protect the home court, it doesn't mean as much. Kind of how do you feel about coming back at home and knowing the importance of protecting home court after a big road win?
We know we got to take each game one step at a time, obviously, but protecting Bud Walton Arena, it's real big. Knowing that we already dropped 2 here, we know we can't afford to lose anymore. The fans want to see a show, and we have to put on a show each and every night in front of the fans.
Yeah, kind of like what he said. Getting that road win was big for us, but we mostly want to protect home. If we can go in and still win on the road, we're all about doing that too, and that's what we take pride in, beating somebody in their own house. But as of now, we're gonna try to protect the home and make sure our fans are here and supporting us.
Kayvon Allen's made a kind of a habit of coming back here and playing well. Just what do y'all look for out of him and the emphasis to slow him down?
Well, I ain't worried about him. I ain't worried about him.
Jalen, you familiar with him at all? Or
No, I haven't seen him play live in person, so.
You know, Jalen, I know you didn't get to play last year, but Arkansas had a big win over Florida in St. Louis. But before that, Florida had, I don't know, 7 or 8 game winning streak. They've kind of dominated the series. Adrio, you've played against them a lot. What does the Florida series mean to you, and how tough has it been losing to those guys as much as y'all have?
It's always tough, taking an L, but I think by those losses we learn from, like what we can get better from those losses. Just trying to get better each and every time we play them. So, we kind of know their style of play. They lost some pretty quick guards, that I've played against in previous years. But we always know that Florida's always been good at, doing like the little thing like rebounding and stuff like that. So we got to just lock in on little things like that to get the win. But on the other note, Florida has always been a good program, but I'm not really too worried about it. We just got to come in and play Razorback basketball.
As far as Florida, they blew a 14-point lead at home, lost South Carolina. I don't know if you guys have seen the video yet, but it was a long pass play. Not a very good way to lose. What are you expecting from them? They're probably being kind of desperation mode, coming off a home loss where they blew a big lead. Kind of what are you expecting from Florida in that regard?
They're going to try to come in and beat us on our home floor. They probably pretty mad they lost to South Carolina at home, so they're going to try to come in and do what South Carolina did to them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their emotions are gonna be high. They're gonna be eager to get a win because they feel like they should have won the game against South Carolina at their house. So I'm pretty sure they're trying to come in and take their frustrations out on us. But we're gonna do what we're supposed to do, and lock in and try to protect the house.
That'll be a good one. You guys were on. You guys were on the court, I guess, with Gabe and Mason and Isaiah when Daniel's in foul trouble, and you guys were down, and you actually got the lead with a surge. What was it like knowing you guys could do that with Daniel out of the game because of the foul trouble?
Dan trusted us. Dan trusted us. Coach A trusted us to make those type of plays. Without Dan, because we told Dan before the season started, they're gonna come, they're gonna double you, they're gonna try to get you in foul trouble. So we were already prepared for situations like that before they even happened.
It shows that we're more than just a one-man wrecking crew. Knowing that Dan is a problem that he is, potential lottery pick this year, just doing it without him this year shows how good we really can be. We haven't really reached our full potential, but I think if we keep playing the way we did at Texas A&M, we're going to surprise a lot of people.